All right. Do you like Disney?
No.
Okay. I want to fucking ask this when we're rolling.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
It's all of my least favorite things.
Like,
That's hilarious.
welcome back to Unplugged with Nicki Marie. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what episode it is. I'm still in Disneyland, but floating here on the East Coast, coming back to reality. I just want to say, if you have lived through my Disney adventures, thank you. If you're like, when the fuck is this ending? It's ending soon. Also never. Anyway, thanks for bearing through it with me if you don't love Disney. Today, turns out, first bit of our conversation with guest Hayden Cohen. Haters.
That is me. Thank you for having me.
I just asked him if he liked Disney, and he gave me the this. I said, let's wait to roll.
Yeah.
Let's wait to roll the clips.
I'm just not a Disney person.
Okay, well, welcome to my castle.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here.
The one area of my house that looks intact.
It's beautiful.
I showed him that I'm still
Your
not
podcast
unpacked.
studio is incredible.
I'm not unpacked from Disney, though, you saw.
Hey,
So
what can you do?
you're here. We're both in Massachusetts.
We are.
And Hayden has how many followers now for you between the two?
Between the two, like 750 between Instagram and TikTok. Instagram's my bread and butter. TikTok's just for fun.
But I love it, and I want to influence you.
Please do.
Today to like spread your wings a little more because your content's so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And people love you.
So is yours.
Thank you. But like people love you. You are self-deprecating, which is true Massachusetts. You make fun of influencer stuff, which like
I do
too.
Yeah, we have to.
Yes.
We can't take this too seriously. I mean, it's all so random and weird, and like, who are we to take ourselves too seriously? Like, you just got to shoot the shit a little bit.
Absolutely.
And just make fun of ourselves.
Absolutely.
I
Please.
love that. That's like my sense of humor. Just like it's what I'm about.
Is it a little Massachusetts, you think?
I think so.
I think so too.
I think it is.
Speaking of, thank you, Dunkin, for sponsoring this podcast episode. I'm going to bash you for a second.
I know.
There was a video that you did recently, and you had like this much coffee, the melted ice, and you were just like chatting. And I'm like, I can't look at anything but the coloring.
I know. Well, first of all, it's decaf, which is its own problem. I can't drink caffeinated beverages. I can't have anything with caffeine. It like, my anxiety just goes buck. I'm also like a naturally energetic person. So I think if I did have caffeine, like it would just take me to another level where like I wouldn't even function properly. But also the coloring, I know.
Oat milk, good for you.
Yeah.
So
if it's
tell
whole
us
milk,
your order.
If it's whole milk, I'd have to use the bathroom upstairs. There's the oat milk's for a reason. It's for you, not for me.
So tell us your order.
Decaf, iced coffee, caramel swirl, oat milk. Easy peasy. What's yours?
Mine today, I got stressed out.
You changed it up?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I got stressed out because I wasn't prepared mentally. I had Jay's iced tea. Jay, producer Jay, is a medium iced tea, 2 sugars.
Love it.
And I was like having a brain fart moment. And I said a medium iced, 1 cream, 1 pump of pistachio. And it's delightful.
Are you a drive-through only person? Because I can't go into a Dunkin'. Like that's like one of my things. Like I drive further. I drive 15 minutes down the road, even though there's 2 minutes from my house. I drive 15 minutes down the road just to go through the drive-through because I don't like social interaction, you know?
Okay, so let's start with this. How, with you not liking social interaction, you make it look like you're everybody's BFF.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you get that when people see you in public. Do
Totally.
they think you're this extrovert? But tell us the truth.
Yeah, I am like, I'm like the most introverted extrovert. Like I love to like turn it on and then I need to turn it off and like recharge. Like I can't be out talking to people for like more than 45 minutes to an hour. That's why like when we were talking about after this, where like, I'm going to be driving home in the car, just like silent, mute, and like I'm gonna blast music and just like not think about anything. That's why I love social media though, because I can like talk to my phone or I can't. I can say hi to people or I can throw it the fuck away if I feel like it. Like it's nothing. Like if I was in an office, oh my God, if I had somebody annoying ass next to me in the cubicle that's like talking my ear off, I would die. I wouldn't be able to.
So you are a full-time influencer.
Full-time content creator, influencer, all of the things, you know. Slut. I'm kidding.
And did you think that this was like a reality for you? Like, take me back.
It's so funny because I graduated from college in 2016, and my full-time job out of college was working at an influencer marketing agency in Boston. And I started seeing like how much people were making. I was like looking at the back end of things and working on like the campaign side of things, like the non-sexy part of the job.
Yes.
And I was seeing how much all these people were making. And I was like, holy shit, I need to get involved in this somehow. Like, how do I start doing this? So I like was researching for a few years, I always say. And then the pandemic happened and I was at home. I wasn't in the office. I had so much more time to like create content. And I was like, you know what? Like, these people are doing like unboxings in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Like, get fucking real.
Yes.
Like, there's so much more things happening in the world that are way more serious. And so I just started poking fun at influencers and making fun of them. And I started to see my followers grow. And I was like, oh my God, like this is happening. And then I did that with my job. And I started like growing even more and sharing more about my life and talking about my parents and all these other things, reality shows I love watching. And it just kind of grew from there. And then 3 years ago, I left that full-time job to pursue this whole thing full time.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's crazy.
I love it. And I just want to like, I think I'm right now in this place where I'm more comfortable talking about it. Mm-hmm. Probably because of returning from Disneyland where it was a creator event.
Yeah.
So you had 50 people who were like you in the same space.
Well, that's where you get to talk shop.
Thriving, living life, owning it. And I think for me to be there with them, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't own this.
Yeah.
Because I think for you and I, we're like de-influencer, the influencer.
Totally.
But to have my kids see people who work hard at it, who make a living from it, and they're great people.
Yeah.
Was very encouraging.
Yeah. It's like those types of brand trips or like community activations like I always leave them being like, oh my God, like I can't believe that this is like a job.
Correct.
Because it's still, this whole industry is still like in its infancy. Like we really don't know where it's going to go or how long it's going to be here for. I always say like, I don't know if I'm going to be an influencer in 10 years. Like I might get sick of this shit. The business might fall out from under me. Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen? Yes. So like while I'm here, I'm just going to ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Yeah.
I tell people, I think it's a little bit self-deprecating, our personalities too, because when people want to talk to me about it, I always say, like my construction guy today, I hired somebody to do detail on my car. And he was like, oh my gosh. I said, can I send you a calendar invite? Because I will forget that I made this appointment. He's like, I should start doing that. What do you do for a living? He was thinking I was like this super professional, organized person. And I said, oh, I'm just like, I'm doing social media. I'm just riding the wave of like, why do I feel like I have to make an excuse?
No, I know. I do the same thing when someone's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, like, I sometimes I'm like, I own my own social media business. Cause sometimes people don't understand when I say like content creator or influencer, like my parents' friends, they'll be like, oh, like, what do you do? Like, what does that even mean? And like now my mom like can explain it to the point where like, it makes sense to them. But I used to just be like, oh, like I own my own social media business. They're like, oh my God, like I need help with social media. I'm like, no, like not like that. And then I'm like, fuck, what did I just do? What did I just say? So it's like, why do we not just
I don't know.
Let our freak flags fly?
Unfreaking fold this.
I know.
What
projectile vomit it.
But I'm glad we're having this conversation because I hold it back so often. And I think you're the perfect person to talk about it with. We're both in Massachusetts. Yeah. We are not part of the creator cohort. There are other influencers that are totally tied together.
Oh my God, I have no influencer friends besides you now.
Right. We're it.
Yeah.
We're going to collab.
I know.
But you know when you see the same groups at Gillette Stadium and at Red Sox games?
I don't have any of those people. And I think Boston is a little bit different than like a New York or an LA. Like you see all those cliques together in those cities, but in Boston there really isn't like there's that, but there's we're also spread apart, I feel like. And I don't get invited to like anything that happens in Boston. Excuse me. Gillette? Yeah, we want to go.
Social suite. Hashtag social suite. We would both like to be placed together side by side at Morgan Wallen. Do you like Morgan? I
don't. Another thing I don't like. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Country music. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Listen to why I asked you that. I even put I put Morgan Wallen to your
clip. I did see that, but I wasn't going to correct you. Now I would.
Okay. I looked up your name on Spotify.
Did you?
Because I wanted to see if you've been on any other podcast. While I was driving, I was just going to listen to your vibe. And it has your name and it has like music you listen to. And
that's public? That is public? I'm constantly listening to like the Cheetah Girls.
Well, let me show you. Maybe it's not.
That is so embarrassing.
I was trying to like, look at me. I was trying to be like,
so
Morgan.
my name on Spotify is also Hayden Cohen. So maybe that wasn't me.
Let me just show you what
I don't know. Maybe it was.
Look at. Is that you?
That's me.
I'm dead.
Shut up.
Fucking dead.
And I was listening to Morgan Wallen.
Well, here's what happened.
Was it the Tate McRae song?
My playlist, blah, blah, blah. The ultimate fake emo phase.
Does that even have any songs on it?
It doesn't, but I wanted it to.
That's really sad.
What would be on that?
My only playlist that is like public that I thought was public was my throwback playlist, which people like love, which I love. It's what I listen to on the way here. Here, I'm like losing my voice. I'm so shook.
So you guys have a new way of stalking people. Look at their name up.
So you know how I always stalk people? Is I stalk people on Venmo.
That's weird.
No, I love it.
No, but like that.
But do you ever see like, so I love to see like spouses that pay each other for dinner.
Thank you.
It's my favorite thing in the world. And then I'll see like the comments on it. It's really great. Or people's parents that will like pay that pay their rent or pay them for things.
Why?
People don't realize that they're public on Venmo, which is incredible.
Why are they doing that on Venmo?
I don't know. That's like a write a check. Don't do that public facing.
Put it on private.
Yeah. That's like us normal people. I have mine on private.
Okay, so what have you seen? Like,
I've seen people paying for their husbands' dinners or getting or requesting their husbands for dinner.
Venmo payments?
I do it private.
Yeah. Okay, Jay. Jesus Christ.
Jay does it right.
I was like, you better fucking check that on your way
literally.
out. Make sure. That would be my mom.
It's a great way to stalk
But my
people.
mom does not have Venmo.
My mom does.
But she would it would be public.
No, hers is, my mom is very social media savvy.
Okay,
luckily.
Mom, I've seen you on clips. I'm going to get into mom stuff. But there's some people I just want to be a real jerk right now and be like, Phil, I see you and your wife doing this. What are you paying each other for?
No, literally.
Nickel and diming.
Yeah. Splitting the mortgage, splitting the rent, splitting the bills, the utilities, like the cable bill. Oh, you ordered that movie on demand.
Half of the Netflix.
I'm like, are you kidding?
I love this. I'm gonna go
do it, and it'll fascinate you. It really will.
It already does, because I think, what an idiot when I see it.
Oh, I know.
And now it's like even more. It's always the same.
It's
always the
all
same
of your
people.
Facebook friends. So I see the people that I've like went to high school with that I haven't like talked to in years and years, and I'm like,
$7.
They're doing pretty bad if they're requesting
They
that.
went 6 ways in for a pizza.
Yep.
$6 with a pizza slice. Rude. I'm getting canceled for this one. I love that.
Not even 10 minutes in and I'm like, watch this.
No, this is what we would be saying if no one was around.
Exactly.
And then I'd be like, okay, bye. I'm tired.
No, literally. All right. That was a great conversation about Venmo and Disney and Morgan Wallen. Peace.
Okay, so the stalking. So back to Spotify. What are you listening to? I'm big into Morgan Wallen's current album. It makes me feel like I'm going through a breakup that I'm not going through. And I'm like, oh my God, I want him back.
Yeah.
I want to be with him. And it's pretend.
I only listen to throwbacks. I only listen to like late 90s, early 2000s throwbacks. Like on the way here, I was listening to like Destiny's Child and like Us Against the World by Play, like really old music. I don't know why, like nothing that has come out recently has like sparked an interest in me.
Is it because of your mom? Because you're young.
I don't know why.
Where'd the music come from?
It's all just nostalgic. My older sister, she's 5 years older than me. Okay. And so I just grew up listening to whatever she listened to, like Spice Girls. Like Spice World was my favorite movie growing up. And so I listened to Spice Girls constantly. It's still on, like they're usually on like my Spotify Wrapped when it's like top artists. It's like, you're in the top 0.1% of listeners for Spice Girls.
Love that.
I'm like, it's literally 2025.
You should tag them. They'd love you.
I love them.
They would love you.
If they ever do a reunion tour,
I will be front row.
No,
I don't know if they'll be at Gillette.
I'll be front row in Wembley Stadium in London. Like, I don't care how much it costs. Like, that is what I will pay for.
This is great. Let's do it. Tag Spice Girls.
Okay, Spice Girls, if you're listening.
Sean Paul.
Yes.
Put on a Sean Paul song, and I am just butterflying. My legs start butterflying like I'm just in the sand of Jamaica. Fucking.
I love a Sean Paul. I love a Sean Kingston, like fire burning on the dance floor. Give me it all. Yes. I just love a throwback. They don't make music like they used to. I think they're starting to again, because the new thing with the kids is recession pop. So
Is that what it's called? I know
recession
about
pop.
divorced dads rock. Divorced dad
Oh,
rock.
yes. I know about that.
Yeah.
But recession pop is like Kesha type music. Like that when I was in high school, like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Like that was what I guess they're saying is coming back now.
Okay.
So I'm excited for that. I don't know who it'll be, but
So is this like a recession song? My son, 8, loves to control the playlist. And he picks some good music. It went from like the days of like zombies, Disney movie zombies, right? And it went through the Frozen. Mm-hmm. My son used to come down with his sister in an Anna Elsa dress. I used to just be like,
pop off.
pop off.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
And now he wouldn't do that now.
Oh.
But it was a great moment.
Yeah,
and he
it
didn't
was.
have glasses yet. And like I didn't know that he couldn't
glasses
see.
are so cute.
So he used to just be like this and
Squinting.
that. Oh yeah. And now he's the little glasses boy. But he played something last night that I gotta try to show it. I gotta
it
try to
Kesha?
see what it was. No, this.
Oh, Imagine Dragons. No?
Neon trees. Animal.
Yes.
And he was just like,
This is totally like a recession pop vibe.
that's what I mean. I was like,
Yeah.
how does my son, who's 8, know this? He was into it. He was
I'm
like, here
into
we
it.
go again.
He has
I'm
good
like,
taste.
He does.
Yeah.
He's going to be the little like playlist kid
I
when
love
he's
that.
older.
Well, everybody, you need that in every friend group at like every party. Somebody that just takes over the playlist and is like, all right, I got it.
Is
Let
that
me
you?
set the vibe. No, nobody likes my music because I'm only listening. I'm like still in 2005.
But I love that. I feel like you and my brother would get along.
Yeah.
He makes the best playlist, and I love getting together with my brother. There's something about a straight woman
Mm-hmm.
being in her gay best friend era.
Totally.
Like my
That's like me and
brother
my
is my
sister.
best.
It's like me and my sister, like literally. And how close are you and your brother in age?
18 years apart.
Really?
So I'm like the ancient auntie.
Oh my God.
But it's when we're together, people assume we're way closer in age.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
I don't
say
know if
that.
he makes me look younger or I make him look older. Whatever the case is.
You're like,
working
I'll
for
take
me.
it.
Yes. All right. So tell me about brother, sister.
I'm the youngest of 4. My parents had 4 kids in 5 years, so we're all super close. My sister's 36, I'm 31, and then I have 2 brothers in between. We're all very, very close. I have some nephews and some nieces that I love very much. They're all like local to where in the South Shore.
Yeah.
So we're all still super close with my mom and my dad and whatnot. And I love them, but they're psychos. I mean,
The kids or the siblings?
the siblings. Yeah. They
Okay.
put me through it. I mean, I'm the youngest, so I was always the one that was just like getting choke slammed and like beaten for every and anything. And, you know, it's kind of like a badge of honor at this point. You just got to take it. But I loved being one of 4 because it was always even teams. Like there was never a time when people were being like fully ganged up on. Like it was either me and my sister versus the 2 brothers, or like me and my brother who's just a year older versus the older 2.
Yep.
There was never a time when it was like 3-on-1. And I loved that.
I love that. I always wanted a bigger family because I always imagined this like chaos. And,
There's a lot of chaos. Yeah.
But I love that. I feel like,
You'd think. I think it's like you always want what you don't have. Like I feel like growing up, there was never like a dull moment, which was so fun.
Yeah.
But then there was also like no time to just be like, all right, woosah.
Yeah.
Like there was never a relaxing
so are
moment.
you Wusan now? Because you can be.
I try to be.
Yeah.
But like also now I have a dog who runs amok in our house. I mean, you know,
Yes.
puppies are literally insane.
Listen, I feel like if I really talked deeply about the dog stuff, people would assume that I was like not a good dog owner.
Yeah.
I'm a great dog owner.
Well, because it's hard.
But you don't have to be obsessed with your dog to be a great dog owner.
No.
I love my dog.
Yeah.
She's a permanent fixture. She has it made here, but I can't dote on her. I can't. I'm like, here's a bone. Are you good?
Yeah,
You're good.
right.
Do we need some? Come sit near me. You're welcome here. Sit on your mat thing
Yeah.
so that you're not getting my white couch. It's just like, I'm not deeply into dog ownership,
I'm the
but I'm giving
opposite.
her a fucking great home.
I'm the opposite, which is
I
annoying.
know, so
I'm a
let's talk
really
about
annoying
you.
dog dad. Like he dictates my life.
Okay, tell
I'll be
me.
out and about and like I have to look at the furbo to make sure that he is like comfortable wherever he is. Like I leave functions to go home to my dog to make sure he's okay, even though he's totally okay. But me and my boyfriend are literally like insanely obsessed with him. Like the other night we were both just looking at him and crying. We were like, oh my God. We were like, one day he's not going to be here.
Okay.
He's literally not even 2. Like calm the fuck down. But no.
You were both crying?
Oh my God, yeah, we were.
Were you looking through like a camera? Or
No, we were
looking
literally sitting on the couch like this close with him in the middle, and I was like, I just love him so much. And he's like, I love him so much.
That's me with my kids.
I'm like, I'm a psycho. I can't even imagine what I'm gonna be like with kids
No,
if that's like me with the dog. Like I'm just.
It's insane.
It's gonna be out of control.
It's insane. But I feel you, and I love that about you. That's a great personality trait.
Yeah.
Also, I can't consume myself. Like it was like 4 weeks when I first got Lily. I feel like I didn't leave the house, and I was like, I cannot go on like this.
Well, you also
Right, 'cause
like you want to get them involved. Like you want them to adjust to your life, not you adjust your life to them.
Yeah.
And I feel like we totally shot ourselves in the foot by really adjusting our life to him. And now he's like a terror and super anxious and attached to us, which like I low-key kind of love.
Yeah.
Like the greeting that I get when I get home is like the best thing in the world.
Codependence.
I love it. It really is codependence.
Listen, there are parents right now that are like, what you're talking about is what we did with our kids. So I had the kids first and then the dog. If I had the dog first, it might have been different. Yeah. But I doted and I became so all about my kids that they became the boss. So now with the dog, I'm like, we're not doing
Yeah, we can't let that happen because then it'll just be a full mutiny overhaul.
Right. Mutiny.
Yeah.
And now my kids are 8 and 10, and I finally got them in a place where I'm like, okay, they understand that my world is important too. They're just getting there.
Yeah.
And the dog has to just go along for the ride. It's like a third child.
No, it really is.
So you have their firstborn. That's your firstborn.
That is he is our child.
Okay, what's his name? Let's honor.
Turk is his name. We adopted him from Turks and Caicos. We literally went for my 30th birthday to Turks and Caicos, had no intention of adopting a dog. Saw one on the street and we were like, oh my God, there has to be a shelter near here. Like, let's go to the shelter in Turks and Caicos. We went to the shelter, fell in love with him, brought him home, sat at our feet on the plane ride home, left, and now he's been with us ever since.
Because listen, the thought of that little guy being on his own.
No, I can't even, I'll cry.
That's beautiful.
I thinking about it.
Now, are you affiliated with any rescues from like the islands or anything?
Potcake Place is the name of the rescue in Turks and Caicos. If you ever go to Turks and Caicos, you can take them out to like socialize them. It's incredible. We did it like every single day when we were there until we left. We would like go visit him because we couldn't bring him back to the rental we were staying at. So we went every day, and then we were like, all right, this is real. This is it.
Did he like choose? Is it one of those like he chose you? You feel like it's like a soulmate?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of like reasons while we were there that we were like, I was like being very realistic about it. I was like, we live in the city, we live in an apartment, like we can't, we don't have a yard, like there's nowhere we can take him like to go on walks, like we have to be really realistic about it. But every time we would go back, I would just be like, all right, no, like we're meant to bring him home.
Yeah, there was something, I think I looked a little too deep into like my text message that came from the girl who was fostering Lily. I went too deep in that text message where I was like, the day before that, I saw a video of somebody rescuing from Puerto Rico. And she's from Puerto Rico, rescued. She's
from Puerto Rico? I didn't know that. Yeah.
Rescued from Puerto Rico.
Oh my God.
The beaches of Puerto Rico.
That's probably why they like look alike a little bit.
Two different eyes and like just a little bit. You're wondering, she's just got a little bit of a... Anyway, we're talking way more about a dog than I ever thought I would.
I have that effect on people. I don't care about. I don't care about your story. Tell me about your dog.
It's like my kids will grow up with a family dog, which is something I always wanted. You know, it's happening. So back to Turks and Caicos.
Oh, my favorite place on earth.
Talk about that.
The best place ever. I really feel like it's a really easy flight from Boston, like 3 hours. It feels like you are like transported to another place. Well, you are. Obviously, it's the Caribbean, but it's incrable.
The water.
If you have it, the water is like, have you been?
Where did you stay?
So we stayed, the first time I went, I stayed at, what was it called? I can't even remember but the second time we went, I rented a house for my 30th birthday. So I had my family come down for 1 week and then I had my friends all come down for the second week. Yeah. And there was like 30 girls staying in this villa with me and my boyfriend.
And like you felt safe and
everything. Yeah, it was incredible. It's a very safe island. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I can't recommend it enough. Like we will go back like once a year from now on.
Okay, here's the fun fact about Turks and Caicos. My family brought me and my brother there. So my brother was, let's see, when I was graduating college was 5. And I was graduating college, and that was like our family trip. We went to beaches, Turks and Caicos.
Oh my God, yes.
That's what changed my life.
Yeah.
So we went there. I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my God, I want to do more of this. I got a job not even months later. My first job was with, 2 years. I don't remember when. But I got my first job was with Beaches and Sandals Resorts.
Oh my God.
So it's like the manifesting
yeah.
when I was there, looking at that water,
Yep.
looking at that sand, the whole vibe of just like,
how do I put myself
absolutely.
here
And
forever?
now jump ahead. I'm getting to like start to do that again.
I know.
My kids are 8 and 10. I'm traveling a little bit again. Like
Yeah.
that's my end game
I know.
is to just discover more of the world and like share it.
Totally. And like you have the perfect job now for that. Like this whole career, there's the flexibility
Yes.
of it. Like it's incredible.
Yeah. But what did you, so your Turks and Caicos recommendation would be yes?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's like my go-to place now, especially for the East Coast. It's so easy. Like
Yes.
it's like a little Hawaii.
And we need, let's be honest, winter here.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's god awful. I'm born in January and it's like the worst thing ever because nobody wants to go out for your birthday or do anything. So I had to literally convince them with a trip to Turks and Caicos
All right, so
to come
January
out
what?
January 24th.
Are you an Aquarius?
I am.
That's why you know that we're polar opposites.
We are. What
Which
are
is
you?
like a beautiful
What are
thing.
you?
That's like the best relationship. Leo,
Okay.
July 30th.
Okay.
So we are
I don't know
polar.
anything about
My brother's an Aquarius.
Horoscopes. Okay, so that's why we get along.
Yep, he's February 16th. Polar opposites. Yin and yang kind of deal. Love it. So for vacationing and winter, let's go into summer in New England.
Oh my God, the best place on earth. Literally the best place on earth.
Our voice memos back and forth. We've talked about doing something in like Cape Cod
Yeah.
mudslide
Yeah.
mania type of stuff. But let me hear your perfect summer day in New England.
Oh my gosh,
Just
that's
close
really-
your eyes and let it unfold.
I know. I'm trying to think like where
okay,
it would
you have
take place
time.
because there's so many places. Honestly, lately, I've been really loving Newport. I love going to O'Brien's and getting a mudslide, and then hitting up the Clark Cookhouse for like some oysters and shrimp cocktail. Maybe like driving, taking a boat ride. That's the first place I ever went with my boyfriend overnight. Was he took me to Newport for the weekend, and we did like a boat ride and everything. So that's always been like a special place for me ever since we started dating. It's where I want to get married one day. So Newport is definitely the spot for me for this summer. But also, you can't go wrong in New England. Like everywhere is incredible.
But Newport, like, here's the thing. You and I live here.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think it's just I thought last year, I'm like, why, if I can work from anywhere during the day, why am I in my house?
No, literally.
Why am I not in Newport on the beach?
Yeah.
And I went and I packed myself like a kid's lunchbox.
I love it, like a little
and
Lunchable.
I went to the beach by myself one day, second beach in Newport.
Incredible.
And I was like, this was the best. Like, a sandwich on the beach.
I know if
with
this
chips.
job can do anything for you, it means it's the flexibility. Like, why wouldn't we just go work from
Correct.
XYZ?
So can we do that this summer?
Yeah,
we'll have little like, why don't we work?
I would love a little wine and cheese on
Yeah.
the beach with
Yeah.
our laptops, creating content.
There's got to be like a
Shooting the
nice
shit.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I think we should make
I
a
think
date.
let's do a hump day.
Hump day. Okay, so where did you go on? Do you remember the boat situation?
I don't because he's more of the organizer for me, which
Are
is
you
really
like
nice.
the high so and so the trend?
Yes, I literally wanted to film that with him this week, but he's not much of like a social media person. He like doesn't really love social media in general. Like he loves to consume it, but he's not like a person that likes being on camera. And I was like, please do this trend with me. Like I want it to be like, hi, I did the grocery shopping. Hi, I did the cooking. He does the cleaning. And I just am like, hi, I'm just gonna watch Real Housewives in the corner.
That's what I want. I'm switching. I used to be the high I felt so empowered to do all the stuff. Now I want to be like the freaking pillow princess.
Yeah, that's like me. I'm definitely the pillow princess. And like I have like I will say like there are parts of our relationship where I do more of that stuff, but you know, when it comes to like the cooking and the cleaning, he's just better at it. And he knows it and I know it. Yes, I'm planning.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
I'm too anal in like my everyday life of like I'm very like organized and like OCD like with like my to-do lists and work and whatnot and shooting content and blah blah blah, that like it's nice to be able to just be like, I can't think about what's for dinner. No.
So being a mother,
can't
there are
even
moms
imagine.
who are really good at that. And I'm like, I care so much about ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a with the Disneyland crew we were just with, Brooklyn, this one's for you. We labeled me as like an almond mom. I don't know if you know what an almond mom is.
Yeah.
But Layla was just telling the group like, mom likes all healthy stuff and there's nothing good in our house. And I'm like, Layla.
You're like, what?
And then I ordered a salad twice. We were doing
too many
all the
salads.
snacking. 2 times in one day I ordered a salad and they were like, oh God, you're that person. I'm like, let me have my roughage.
Yeah, right.
Well,
sometimes you just need a crunch.
You need a crunch.
I love, like,
I
literally,
need to feel
sometimes
like
I need a crunch.
something stable in my stomach.
It can't be all chicken fingers and french fries, as much as I wish it could be.
No.
But a salad with fries is like my ultimate meal.
Yeah.
Like big time,
how
like a
much
Caesar.
popcorn and yeah. All right, so do you eat everything?
I eat everything.
All right. What's your favorite foodie, snacky? Like, talk food to me.
I love
'Cause I seem like an almond mom, but I love
could eat
food.
sushi every day.
Same.
Like, genuinely, I'll try it all. I love it.
Like with the big chunks on top of the sushi or like the rolls?
All of it.
Okay.
Literally any
Just
and
a big
everything.
ol'-
I grew up such a picky eater. Like, I did not eat anything besides like chicken fingers and french fries.
Okay.
And that's still like my comfort meal. But now that I'm older, I've like explored more things. I've tried more things. I love everything. The only thing I don't like is like blue cheese.
Ooh, blue cheese.
That's a controversial opinion, I know, because some people are either ranch or blue cheese. I'm fully team ranch. Blue cheese, I can't do.
Like, there's a thought about it. So I'm back to the salads. I love a good fucking salad. I do.
You're gonna have a salad after this.
I love a good salad. I don't have anything good upstairs, according to my daughter and to me. But I got a real chopped salad recently. And the blue cheese was blue cheese, and it was a deep blue cheese.
That'll leave you on the toilet later. That with the whole milk, it's not good. It's not good. I'm telling you, I can't.
All right, so you like a good Caesar?
I love a good Caesar. No anchovies though.
No.
That's
right.
the one fish I can't deal with. Well, 2 fishes, but
best chicken fingers and fries. Name it.
Oh, best chicken fingers and French fries.
Is there a place that you like, holy shit?
Honestly, like, it's hard for me to find a chicken finger and French fry that I don't like. Oh, okay. Like, it's really hard to like fuck up a chicken finger and French fry for me. So like, there isn't a favorite place that comes to mind. Yeah. I mean, McDonald's is like my all-time favorite place of like chicken nuggets and French fries. I literally had it on the ride here. I stopped and got McDonald's. I should have asked you if you wanted anything.
Never.
I apologize.
Almond Mom is like,
oh, I know now, but I should have asked you. But I stopped like right at the beginning of my ride and was like, I just need a French fry and a nugget. And I got a Coke too.
I think there's something psychologically wrong with me because like I would feel like I had to just if I brought my kids to McDonald's, I would feel like I had to make a excuse for it.
Really?
I think I have a little bit of a fucked up
really?
thing with
Oh my
it.
God. No, so
I
McDonald's was always
I think I'm gonna blame my mom.
My McDonald's was always like the place we went to after sports growing up. So like we would all be piled in the car and my mom would be like, there's 4 of you, I'm not cooking. Like you all just had an activity, this sport. Let's drive through McDonald's. And still I limit myself. I can have it once a week. Okay. And that's my little treat.
Okay.
Balance.
It is
yes.
1,000%.
Yeah.
You see me, I eat what I want when I want, but there's something that my mom screwed me up because
she's going to be listening to this like,
no.
This was not me.
Oh, my mom hates when I bash her, but it's so beyond like true. Mom, I love you. My dad would take me to McDonald's on Sundays and my parents were divorced and my mom would be like, that's why you're constipated. Your dad feeds you all this shit. And so in my head.
It's in there.
Yeah. Constipated.
We're talking a lot about shit. I'm like, what? Don't let me get whole milk.
Are you a poop family? Fart? You fart? Everybody comfortable farting?
We're a big fart family.
Yeah, I mean.
And a poop. I mean, we talk about everything.
But I've dated some men who like, no.
Well, the worst type of man is like a man that's like, women don't poop. Women don't fart.
Yeah, I've dated.
I'm like,
I've dated
ew.
that. Yeah, I've dated that. Where I'm like,
let me show you.
Let me just run. I'm going to take another shower. I'll be in the shower.
Let me show you what's up.
Yeah, no, don't come anywhere near. I'm in the shower.
Yeah, of course.
Just leave it run. Anyway, next topic. Sorry about that, everyone. Fucking, they'll like skip next.
Yeah, right. 15 seconds ahead.
See if we have a drop in listenership.
I know, look at the analytics.
Okay. Anyway, I don't even know how to change from that one as I'm looking at our coffees.
I know.
I know what I was going to say. I was going to tell you that there are chicken fingers at Disney that people rave about at Caribbean Beach Resort.
That sounds
people
right,
go
yeah.
on the Skyliner to get the chicken fingers at Caribbean Beach.
Okay. If
Now,
I ever
you
go
don't like
there-
Disney, so let's lean into that Disney.
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you for hosting me at Disneyland's 70th anniversary. I will never stop talking about it, but also
No,
like
you
we have some-
shouldn't. You shouldn't stop talking about it.
Okay, so why don't what's your vibe on
It's just a
Disneyland?
lot of my least favorite things in one place. Like if I think about it, like first of all, okay, so people in costumes, I hate. I hate people in costumes, especially cartoons in costumes. If I can't see your face, like I don't know what's going on and it scares me. I don't know if that's a hot take. It is probably, whatever. So that's one thing. 2, crowds. I can't deal with crowds, like in any way, shape, or form. Lines, hate lines. I know you can get like the skip the line pass things, but no. Rides, I don't like rides. I don't like them at all. They don't bring me joy in any way, shape, or form. And I will say, going to Disney as a child was like a foundational moment. Like, we woke up on Christmas morning. My parents were like, we're going to Disney one year. And I was like, that was the best Christmas ever.
Yeah.
Like, ever. So I understand the nostalgia of it. It's just not for me. I think it'll probably change once I have kids and like maybe they want to go and like obviously I'll have to bring them. It's like a family thing, but I'm gonna limit that as much as I can.
That's
Yeah.
totally fine. I bet you a lot of my audience is taking a nice breath and being like, thank God someone
Yeah,
said it.
it's just wasn't made for me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
Did you skip through my Disney content? Were you like,
No, I
can't be
watched
part
it
of
all.
this? Okay. I want you to be honest.
The thing
I
about
wouldn't
me
be
is like
upset.
I don't yuck someone's yum. I
Put
have
it on
my
a shirt.
I have my own yucks and I have my own yums, but if I was loving watching yours because I knew how happy you were and how happy the kids were, but I was also thinking I would die there. Like I would quite literally pass away. Like I wouldn't come back.
I love that. Can I
It would
be
be
honest?
bad.
They invited me as a family of 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't think of one person that I would want to bring.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I invited my mom, which scared back to you, Mom. I gotta bash this again. My poor mom. She's my bestie.
No,
but like
of course,
I was
but
like,
we can give
I
them shit.
invited her because she's turning 70, and I was like, this will be literally like this just amazing.
I mean, that's perfect. The 70th anniversary, 70th birthday.
She said no.
Oh.
And then once we were there, I was like, I don't know how we would, one of us might have not come back.
Yeah.
That would have been hard to do with
Well, it's
Wendy.
always also hard traveling with your parents is tough.
It would have been like I had a third child, like low key, but high key. I'm here on fucking profile, like right on the podcast saying it. It would have been really hard for me.
Yeah.
Because my stepdad is the do all the things, and my mom is the hi, I'm Wendy.
Yep.
So I would have had another hi, I'm Wendy. But my point was, I invited my brother because he's out in LA. And I was like, Frankie, why don't you come to all this stuff with us? He goes, no. Had no interest.
Yeah.
And he would have had the tier 1 level Disney stuff. No. Hard pass. Doesn't like it.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I think it will change when I have kids, but right now it's like my version of a vacation is like sitting on the beach with a pina colada, and like that sounds like the 7th layer of hell.
So if
For me.
I think what Disney should do is like this show, I almost see a series where people like me bring and try to convert people into Disney.
Yes.
And what I would do with you is I would say, okay, here's what you want to do. I will bring you to poolside of the Polynesian.
And
will
I can do the
serve
drinking
you
around
up,
the world.
serve you up a pineapple with the whatever lava drink you
Yeah.
want in it. And just like, I'll be at the parks, you stay here.
Yeah, like I can do a wave pool. Do
Yeah.
they have a wave pool there?
They do.
I love a
Typhoon
water
Lagoon.
park.
Typhoon Lagoon.
I love a water park.
Okay.
I literally want
There's
to
your
open my
show.
own water park one day.
This is a show.
That I can do, but I just the rides of it all and the walking around, like it's a lot of exercise and a lot of steps, and I'm more sedentary.
I love this. I love that we just made
We
it.
bridged the gap.
We bridged the gap. Everybody here is like, yeah. They're
Like,
either
thank
on my
God they
side or
landed that plane.
Jay, where are you with Disney?
Love it.
Love it.
Really?
I've got 3 kids,
See?
but I would go without them too.
Really?
Look at Jay.
Would you do the drink around the world? Okay.
You can't go right. A lot of people like to go right in with the margarita in Mexico. That you're putting it all at risk to go that first. Anyway, off Disney before the people are like, here she is again. We're stuck in
Here she is.
Here she is again. Okay, so you call yourself an aspiring Real Housewife of IG. Would you ever want to be on a reality show?
I would not.
Okay.
I don't think I would open my life to reality television. I'm on camera enough on my own.
Yeah.
And I think that the beautiful part about social media is that we can tell our stories, but when you add it to reality TV, it's like someone else is producing and telling your story. So I wouldn't. I love reality TV as like a consumer. Like it's pretty much all I watch.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch like a couple scripted shows here and there, but reality shows like are my jam. Like,
Okay, what's your favorite one of all time?
Oh, I mean, the Real Housewives franchise in general. Did you know that they're having a Real Housewives of Rhode Island?
Yes, and people like want me in it. And I'm
You
like,
should
but I'm
be.
no.
You should.
But I'm the same way as you. Like
you would be a character.
I think personally, maybe I have a little bit of an ego issue. I think people would like me.
I think they would.
You know what I mean? I think I'd bring some like humility.
You're a straight shooter.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah.
You are witty.
But
Those make the
I'm
best.
too sensitive though for that show.
Okay.
If somebody came at me and wanted to, I would.
Well, are you a knee-jerk reactor? Like if like somebody comes at you, do you just like go back right at them, or are you like a thinker?
I don't know. I've never really had people come at me except my ex-husband when we were going through a tough divorce. So maybe that's got me a little more equipped. But I don't see myself. That's stressful for me.
Okay.
I'm an introvert too.
Yeah.
I learned how to become an extrovert. And that show is like they're looking for the drama.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It's also all like, it's all produced.
I know.
And so like, it's not even reality. So you have to be able to want to do that and to like kind of like perform like a puppet, like play the game. And so I wouldn't be down for that.
Right.
I love it as a consumer though.
You and I have the same thing in common. We love being forward facing, but at the degree of like it's a controlled environment.
Totally, yeah.
And we could put it away. I think people assume like we're online all the time. It's very untrue.
It's very I compartmentalize it, or try to at least as much as I can. Same thing. Like I take the weekends off of social media completely, both like posting and like scrolling.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, nobody does what they do for work 7 days a week.
Correct.
Like no one's, if you work at like a corporation, you're not in the office on Saturdays and Sundays or like typing away, looking at spreadsheets, thinking about work. Like you're disconnected. So I try to do the same thing.
Right.
Just for like, it's healthy.
It's healthy. And do you feel like when you're online too much, do you feel it?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And it's also, I feel when I'm online too much, I also start doing like the comparison game of like, why did this person get invited to that? And like, why are they working with that person? Like, and it's natural to like feel that way, obviously, but it's also like an ugly trait that I don't like about myself. It's like, no, I should be like, good for that creator for being on that trip, and good for that person for working with that brand. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to work with them. Like, what the fuck?
I get the ick a lot. And I'm like, why am I being like this right now? I think it's like so like a competitive nature in me, which helped me do well on the sports field and in the corporate world. But now I'm like, I'm not competing really against anyone except myself. Yeah. And that's hard because I'm hard on myself. Yeah. So are you the same way? Like,
totally. Yeah. Like if a video doesn't perform well, or like if content is, if like I'm losing followers or whatever it is, like it's definitely like a really easy industry to like get on yourself about, and be like hypercritical of yourself. But I've been working on through like therapy and, you know, talking to people about it, trying to just like celebrate my wins versus like focusing on the negatives in my life.
How does the therapist help you with that? Because
just like talking about things out loud, like acknowledging all of like the accomplishments I've made, like saying like, you know, it's really amazing that like I've bought 2 houses at 31 and I have a car and I hired my mom. I was able to like do all these things. Like not everybody at that age can say that. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Like that is like pat on the back for me, versus being like, oh, it's annoying that video didn't perform well, or like that, like, you know, somebody said this about this. Like, it's like, none of that matters.
But
like,
that's why people do see like sometimes I see people where I'm like, they've lost full reality.
Oh, completely.
Right.
Yeah.
They're complaining about something that I'm like,
there are way bigger problems in the world. That's how like my whole page started. It was like people were not focused on the reality of like how they sounded. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's rip into these people.
All right. So you were on the other side of content.
Yes.
I want some of this episode to be really encouraging to people who are sitting here. Because I'll be honest with you, if I were me 7 years ago, I would want to see someone like me now and be like, what did you do? And how did this happen? Because like, I'm a little intrigued, but I don't want to admit that I'm intrigued.
I know.
So if someone is where you and I once were, where we're like, let me just peek in here and see, like,
dip your foot into the
how
pool.
are these people doing this? How did they get started? Like,
I think the biggest thing is like consuming a lot of content and like scrolling a lot to see what you like. And then it's also, I think, just having like a unique perspective and being authentic. I know everybody says like, you have to be yourself, you have to be authentic. Like it's corny, but it really is that. And I mean, we're like testaments to that. Like, I don't give a shit if the lighting in my video is perfect, or that if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. Or if I have like a skit, I'm going to, you know, do it right then and there and just post it. And maybe that like doesn't work with the algorithm sometimes, but like, I'm just sharing my life in a way that's authentic to myself.
That's why people like you.
And like, I think too, the biggest thing people need to get over like the cringe of it all. Like when I was first starting to post it, I was like, oh my God, people from high school are going to see this and they're going to think I'm a fucking weirdo. And I am. What about it? But now I'm making the money. So who cares?
My biggest thing is sometimes if one of the moms sees me at like the sports field and is like, oh my God, I follow your content. That's the time that I stop, because having kids, right? Like you worry about your dog. Is my dog judging me? I'm like, are my kids' friends' parents judging me? And it's not like I get dwelled on it, but I'm like, I want them to have a normal life.
Totally.
And I want them to have their privacy.
Yeah.
But also I love having them be little parts of my story here and there.
Totally.
So it's just a weird thing. You really have to know who you are to do this.
Yeah. And it's like also, it's so much harder, like bringing kids into the world and bringing kids into the social media world specifically because of how nitpicky people are. Whether you show your children, show them sparingly, or they're a focal point in your content, some mom somewhere is going to say like you're not doing it correctly. Right. So you can't win. So you always just have to do like, I think what's most important to you. Like if you feel like you're creating a safe space for them to be present online in your videos, then that's what you should do. But if it's not, it ends up being not healthy for you, take them away. Like, it's fine.
Right. And it's like, that's the side of it, not to sound like, oh my God, it's so hard mentally. I don't want to sound like that, but it's the stuff I would always encourage people to think through before you start posting. Just like know who you are and what you want to be. And like, to your point, you were on the side of content where you saw the things that were happening and you spoke from another side of it. That's how I started, is I saw all these picture perfect moms with the perfectly decorated porch, the Easter outfits, the Easter basket, the hauls. And I was like, that is so opposite me.
Yeah.
And I just started making fun of myself. And then it like, that's how it all happened.
I know.
So,
it kind of just spiraled from there.
Yeah. So it sounds like we would both encourage somebody to look at like, what are you doing in your life that you kind of is like missing from your feed?
Yeah. Like what do you want to watch? Who is the, like, I always like, what content do you wish you was on your For You page, and like create that content and put yourself into it. Yeah. And don't care about like the views at first. Like don't care about the brand deals at first. Like I was doing this for 2-3 years before a brand came knocking, and then it did, and I was like, that's amazing. And then it just spirals from there. Yeah. But I think right now is like a really hot topic is like becoming a content creator, and everyone's talking about like how much money they're making and like how amazing like this can be, and all of it's true and it's incredible, but you also have to have the right mindset to like even start doing this and like just be confident in what you're doing.
And there is no one size. So when you hear content creators talk about how much money they're making, my brother and I have this conversation is, I don't agree with saying the number out loud because it is not apples to apples.
Yeah, it's not a one size fits all.
No. It depends if you have a voice, if you have an intellectual property where people know it's you and that you have something to say. It depends on if you have a manager or not, and those managers, it's just like so all over the place.
Yeah,
so I think
it
when
really
we
is
hear
the wild west.
Wild West. I know people with way more followers than I have that this is new for them, and they're not making a lot of money.
Yep.
Because they don't know what's out there and they don't know the value of it.
And it's the same thing vice versa. Like I know people that have a way less following than me that make way more money than I do. And it's just it's all about like I always say like the way to price yourself is like what is the value of your time? That's the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is how do you value your content? Like whatever that is, put those together, send a package. I mean, my management team does that now, luckily.
I love that.
I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
Same. Thank God for them. I just show up and make the weird videos.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So, what's your favorite brand you've worked with?
Tula.
This is not
and it's
sponsored by
right here.
Tula.
It's right here.
But I have it, and I kind of you have an LTK, and I stalked it, and I was like, oh, I have Tula.
Yeah, Tula's my shit. They were the first brand that ever reached out to me. I remember when they did, and now I've worked with them for like 5 years, for like on yearly contracts. I love Tula.
What's your favorite
ASMR.
product by Tula?
The instant depuff. It's like a little. It has like it's like an instant depuffer for underneath your eyes because I get like really bad bags.
Your skin is amazing.
Thank you. It's literally all Tula.
Tula, freaking holla.
I have
Holla
used them for
boy.
years. I know, right? They're great. They have a great team. I love working with them.
That's so
What's your
great.
favorite brand?
I mean, Dunkin. Give me the D's. Dunkin' Disney.
Yeah, of course.
I am 4 years in. I'm going into my 4th year with Osea.
Oh yeah,
Love. Like when I tell you, like we get a lot of PR.
so much.
And there's a lot of stuff we leave behind. And then this stuff, I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
I love this product. Osea, I will forever be a consumer of theirs.
Yeah. Well, I always think it's so interesting when people are like, a lot of times people will look at creators and they'll be like, oh, they're like they're selling out and they're doing all these things for like money. And I think the funny thing to think about is like, you have to think that every creator, their inbox is like usually overflowing with brands that want to reach out to you and want to partner with you. And, you know, you're seeing just a fraction of those brand partnerships come to life.
Absolutely.
So like think about all the money and all the product that is being left on the table. And like, I'm sure there are creators that will just do anything for a quick buck, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting to think of it through that lens of like, when you have your tried and trues, like you don't stray from them.
Absolutely. And that's what my brother said this year. So he manages me and he was like, this is the first year that I know you're where you need to be because you've said no to like stuff that is crazy to say no to in the grand scheme of things. But I'm like, no, because your audience, if you're just churning everything out that comes your way, they're going to know.
Yeah.
So.
The wildest brand partnership opportunity I got was sent through my inbox was for Viagra.
Okay.
And I'm not
they have some money.
I'm not knocking using Viagra,
right.
but I definitely don't need it. I'm 31 years old. If you do need it at 31, you know, power to ya.
Never know.
But I was like, you know what? This is a pharmaceutical company. They have a ton of money. I was like, how could I twist it? How could I spin it? I was like, I can't.
Just walk around with a raging. What's his name in Anchorman?
I'm definitely not going to be doing that. My mom films my videos for me, so that's not working.
No, that's not happening. Mom, sorry.
No, Ellen,
Fast
that's not
forward
happening.
this part. Ellen. But with that, Ellen, let's go right into Ellen.
Yeah, from boners to my mom.
You guys are so tight.
We are very tight, yes.
Okay, so for the moms listening, because I'm raising a son.
Yeah.
I want him to always want to be around me and have fun with me. So what are the...
I don't know what the secret sauce is. I mean, she's so close to all four of us. I think with my mom, like, and my dad, they've always just like let us do our own thing. They were never like super strict with us. They kind of let us make our own mistakes. They didn't like forbid us from doing anything. Like I've been grounded once in my life, and my version of being grounded was going to the Apple store with my mom and getting a new phone, and then that's the same night I came out to her. So like. So that's not like really a nice typical bonding. Grounding. Yeah, right? It's not like, you're in trouble, stay in your room. It's like, no, let's go do something. Like, It's always just been very like lighthearted and come to them with problems when don't feel like my mom never like pressured me to like tell her things. It was always just very open with her and with my dad too. So I think it was just kind of like her letting us all come to her versus her helicoptering over us helped a lot. But also just like they always were planning fun things for us and like wanting us to do like family activities. So I kind of just grew up with like that mentality of like family first. And so
like they enjoyed their children.
Yeah. Like my parents like wanted to be around us like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, but they're not like hovering over us to make sure that they are. It's more so like they laid the groundwork really early of like, do what you want. Like if you don't want to, like when I would be throwing a tantrum of like, I don't want to go to my cousins for Thanksgiving. Like I hate them, blah, blah, blah. And my mom would be like, stay home alone. You don't get any food. Bye. And so I would stay home alone and she'd be like, okay, you hated that, right?
I've said that.
Yeah.
Chase the other day at Disney. He's like, I don't want to go to the event. I said, I can stay in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to leave him in the room,
No,
but you just
like,
sometimes have to be like, then
exactly.
the alternative is.
Yeah. So I think they just really let us be us. They never pushed us into like, you have to play a sport.
Will not have a
you
breakdown.
have to play a sport.
You will not have a breakdown.
You
over
have to do this.
Thanksgiving.
No, literally.
Right.
So it was just like, do you, whatever you're passionate about, follow that.
Yeah.
Be a good person.
Because you really are who you are at a very early age.
Yeah.
I weeped. My brother sent me a video of these 6th graders. They did
Wait, the one where they do it from when they enter middle school and then they graduate and where they're going to college.
Sobbing.
Oh my God, Sam, I was watching that. Like I think last night.
Did you see that?
It was beautiful.
It was like a high school. It must have been a private high school.
It was for a private school, like advertising. I was like, amazing marketing.
Amazing.
Like whoever did
marketing.
that.
I'll have to find the name of it. But it was, my brother goes, you're going to bawl, so don't watch this yet. And then my kids saw me crying. And Layla's like, Mom, why did that make you cry? I go, because it's like you.
Yeah.
Right now, in like 10 years, you're going to be the same person you are now. So these 6th grade boys were sat in a chair and said what their favorite food was, what their favorite sports team,
what they wanted to be when they grow up.
And then they interviewed them when they were graduating seniors, done, sobbing. I'll throw up.
It was such a good video. No, like literally same. It was a great video. I was like,
you with your dog. That's you with your dog. Watch your dog on graduation day. I'm tearing up.
Or me the other night when I was just watching him on the couch.
Oh my God. But your mom and your dad making you feel like they loved being around their family. Like, that to me is everything.
Oh my God. Yeah. They were, and they also just like encouraged us so much, like to be ourselves in every way, shape or form. It's like why I felt so comfortable coming out to her and like to my dad. And it was never like a big thing coming out to them. Like it was like I was grounded for a night because I had a party when I was like in 9th grade. And my mom was like, you're grounded, but you need to get a new phone. So let's go to the Apple store and we'll get you a new phone. And then the ride home, I was like, I'm gay. And she's like, okay, I knew. And I'm like, cool.
Totally knew.
And then my dad, I never had this like come to Jesus coming out moment. Obviously, I knew my mom told him that like I had come out to him. And we're touring colleges like a year or two later. And he was like, a lot of cute guys here. And I was like, yeah. And that was kind of like the first moment, like acknowledging it. And I was like, and that was that. And it was never like a big hoopla thing, like sit down, the tears. And I know that is like that for a lot of people. And I know a lot of people don't even feel safe enough to come out to their parents, which is like the saddest thing in the world. But I'm so fortunate that my parents like really created an environment for me where I felt open enough to do that.
Yes.
And just in general for all of my siblings, like they let us be us.
Yeah. I've had to recently give my daughter the talk about gay, because the kids in 4th grade start throwing around the term gay.
Yeah.
So I had to give her the talk of like, okay, like, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. We were with, it was funny because I'm very open with my kids where I know they're going to be who they are and who they're meant to be, right? Totally. But we went to Disneyland and one of the people that we hit it off with in the group, she's a forward-facing figure, Brooklyn. Second time I'm mentioning Brooklyn. I adore her. She's like a daughter to me now.
Yeah.
I'm like adopting her. Sorry to her mom and dad. Like she's mine now too. But she was there and somehow the conversation about like sexuality came up, right? Mm-hmm. And she told me she has a girlfriend. And I was like, okay. The next day, the girlfriend came to the parks with us and my daughter went right up to her girlfriend and she's like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, straight up, I go, they're together. They're lesbians.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend was like, shocked that I said that to my kids. And I go, listen, like I've got a brother who's gay. It's really not a big deal. We're not pushing the agenda on our kids. We're letting everybody just
exist.
Be. and exist, and it is what you make it.
Totally. And there's no need to have like a big hoopla around it. It's just, it is what it is. It's a part of people.
But think about how much easier it makes you feel when you know your parents are just so
open
to who you are, period. It also is interesting that a lot of parents, I think, worry that the life of their son or daughter is going to be more difficult.
Yeah,
so
that's what my parents always said. They were like my mom like cried about it. Like when I told her, she was like, no big deal. But then like later that night, it was just like, I'm just worried about like the life for you, that like it's going to be hard, like doing other things, like doing things. Like I want you to do all the things you want to do. Like I want you to be able to, I want you to have kids, and I want you to do all these things. And now it's like, I can have kids. I just got to write a check.
Just start with the dog.
Yeah. Exactly.
Start with the dog. Keep going forward with the dog.
But I think it's just like, it's really, as much as it seems like a big deal, especially today, it's like, it's much less of a big deal. It's just a part of people.
Oh, well, hello. Social media. We're like, we're all here and creative and all that stuff.
Being ourselves.
Rapid fire to end. Okay. Mac and cheese. Are you a white shells guy or are you a freaking cheddar sticks?
Cheddar sticks, Kraft, for sure.
It can't be Annie's? It
can't be Annie's. I don't like Annie's. I'm sorry.
My daughter is going to be like, yay, because she...
Are you an Annie's family?
I'm a Annie's white shells girly.
Yeah. I like the fake stuff.
My daughter saw a video and she's like, that. And it was, I said, there's no difference between this and that one. She's like, it is. You buy the yellow cheese. You buy the organic one. I don't like it. It tastes funny.
Almond mom.
Okay. Almond mom. Damn it. Okay. Favorite snack of the moment.
Ooh.
I got my board over there. Thank God.
Favorite snack of the moment. Honestly, have you had Yasso bars?
Yes.
I'm obsessed with them right now.
Tell me what's your favorite?
The Yasso Poppables, the coffee ones. They're like little coffee, chocolate coated coffee balls.
Have you had these?
That you put in the freezer.
Coffee balls.
They're incredible. They're incredible.
I am Chase and I for Yasso. We are a black cherry.
Oh, I have to try that.
Chocolate covered.
Have you tried the Poppables?
Yeah.
Okay, they're so good.
Yes, I don't think I've had the coffee ones yet.
The coffee ones are really good. And I'm not usually a coffee ice cream person.
Put it on the Target.
Put it on the Target.
Okay. Best thing you splurged on recently?
Oh, I mean, maybe my house. Does that count? Because I definitely splurged on that.
Yes.
Do
you love your house?
I love my house. I do.
What's your favorite thing about it?
I think it's just like what I've always dreamed of is having like a little cape in like a town I love, where I can walk to town center and like get a sandwich and a coffee. Like it's literally, I was saying the other night to Aaron, I was like, this is crazy. Like this is like the life I dreamed of. Like it's insane.
All I can think about is if Chase, my son, were sitting in this chair and made his dreams come true, I would be like, that's it. I'm done. Yeah. I'm so happy. My job. Don't you feel that way with your kids? Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The mama in my heart is like, yes, you guys did it. This is clearly a terrible question. Disney park or resort? I think we know the answer.
None of the above.
But we'll put her at the Polynesian.
Yeah, I'll hang out there.
And I put favorite park. We could just skip this one. Thoughts on... Oh, okay. Boston sports, Sox or Pats? If you had to choose.
What about Celtics?
Okay.
Can I choose Celtics?
Yes.
Basketball is my sport.
Okay.
So that is my sport. But I would really choose the Indiana Fever, go Caitlin Clark. I love the WNBA.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm obsessed with the W.
Did you watch UConn?
Yeah. My dad is a huge UConn fan. We went to the UConn USC game this year in stores, and it was like the most fun. Yeah. Go Paige.
Love. Mm-hmm. You just made my heart even happier. Okay. I thought you liked Morgan Wallen.
I don't know why my Spotify said that.
So low key, high key.
I'm suing
Spotify.
High key.
I'm trying to pitch you for Gillette. They better freaking invite you to the social suite.
Hey, I'll go.
Morgan Wallen or Coldplay. I thought you liked Morgan.
Coldplay for sure.
Who else is coming this summer? There's a few.
I don't know if there's that. I don't know. I was looking at the list. I don't know who's coming.
Okay.
I mean, they're not doing a Beyonce concert there, unfortunately.
If anyone were coming to Gillette, who would be your...
Ariana Grande. I'm a pop princess girly.
I love that. Would you rather be in a suite or the pit or...
The pit. I want to get down and dirty. That's how I am.
Jeez.
The suites are, I'm sure, beautiful, nice, incredible, like luxurious, private, but I like to be like front and center in the action, like ripping my top off, like all the things.
I love it. Ariana Grande, call him.
Yeah, seriously,
we got a
please.
lot of calls to make for you.
I know we do.
Introvert or extrovert, we talked about that.
Yeah, I think I'm
And
a little both, yeah.
we'll leave with this. What do you want people to know about you that maybe they don't know from your online presence?
I don't know if there's anything that they don't know. I think I would want like my like legacy to just be like having made people laugh and entertained and feel welcomed and happy, I guess. But anything that they don't know, like there's really nothing.
You do. You
I'm
do
an
make
open
us
book.
feel that way.
I try to be.
Personally followed you for way longer than you followed me, and I tried to get your attention a few times. I'm like, I don't think he likes me.
Well, you know what's funny is I followed your brother before you.
Hello.
Which is way back when. This was in the days of like hashtag like Instagays, where like you would like follow other gay guys online.
Totally thirst trap him out so that I'm like, bring in the following.
And I think that's how I discovered you, was he had tagged you in something, and then I went and looked and I was like, oh my God, it says follow back. And I was like, oh my God, wait, I need to follow back. She's hilarious. Yes. And now here we are.
Yes. So I want you to, we need to talk offline.
I know.
But we love you. You need to be on Facebook. We'll talk about this when we shut off the camera. Hayden, follow him. Where can we find you?
Haters everywhere, all across the board.
HAYD
ERZ.
RZ.
Hayden, but with ers.
Ers. With the shirt off in front of Ariana Grande.
Shaking my goodies.
Okay. Thank you. I love you even more now than before I met you.
The feeling
today.
is mutual.
Yeah. Amazing. With the dab. Over and out. Thank you, Dunkin, for sponsoring this. Sponsor Hayden. Call him Gillette Stadium Social Suite. Holly girl. Stay for more.